Hello, Math A students. Here is the promised syllabus. It has all kinds of great information in it, so please keep it handy. At the beginning here, the things you'll need to know is how to contact me. So I have a Skype address, professor.debbie.hill. I have phone numbers you can call. If you call my office phone number, I don't check it very often in the summer, so that's not a good way to get a hold of me. My home phone number, you're welcome to call. Please not before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m., but otherwise feel free to call that number and leave a message and I'll get back to you. I have my college email account I check regularly, and then I also have a pacbell.net email account that I use for my MATLAB emails. So there's a website that you go to work on the software, and it's the pearsonmylab.com. So this is an active link if you want to use it to go directly to the website. The course ID that you need is Hill 13232. So Hill 13232, that's the course ID that my MATLAB will ask you for so that you can get into the right course. There's a math department website that has lots of useful information on it, so feel free to click on that and go check it out. There's tech support available for my MATLAB. I have pretty limited technical knowledge. I can help with some really simple things, but this is where you go if you're having something that's beyond my ability to help. And you can ask questions in a live chat, browse their FAQs, email them, talk to a live person. I will warn you that often the wait time is as long as an hour, so try not to call them unless it's really, really technical. So the book that we're using is the 7th edition of a college algebra introductory book by Blitzer. So you can get access by going to the campus bookstore website and either buying the bundle that has the software access plus the softcover textbook, or if you go online to the website for my MATLAB, the pearsonmylab.com, you can purchase the software access directly there, and it's a little less expensive, but you don't get a separate textbook. So you will have to have access to the software. It's about $100. There is an option for 14 days of free temporary access if you need that to help you get started, but don't let that stop you from getting started. Use the free temporary access and then we can work things out. So if something changes within the first 2 weeks of class and you've purchased access online, you can get a refund from the Pearson company, but note that the bookstore doesn't give refunds if you open the packaging that has the access code in it. If you don't have the money, please use the 14 days of free temporary access so you can get started right away. You'll see this option at the bottom of the registration screen when you're getting started, and they ask you for payment. If you've used my MATLAB before, you need to use the same username and password so that my MATLAB company can find you. If you've used my MATLAB for Math A in the past, you don't have to pay again for access, but you will need to use that same username and password so that they know that you have paid for access previously. When you sign into my MATLAB, the course ID that you'll need is Hill 13232. There are prerequisites for the course, either Math 582 taken at Sierra College with a grade of C or better, or placement by the assessment process. If you don't meet the prerequisite, you won't be able to add the course. I have no control over prerequisites. You have to go to the counseling department, to the assessment people, and talk to them if you need some kind of prerequisite waiver. I can't do that. If I give you an ad code and you haven't met the prerequisite, it won't work. So if you're not on the wait list, you will need to send me the proof that you've met the prerequisite so that I won't give you an ad code that doesn't work. I only get a certain small number of them, and if you try it and it doesn't work for you, it's used and I can't use it again. So please send me that proof of prerequisite if you're not on the wait list and you're not already enrolled. This is really important, this yellow highlighted paragraph. It is your responsibility to make sure you have the internet access you need to complete assignments by the due dates. It's not going to fly as a reason for not getting an assignment done that you didn't have internet access. So I'd really strongly suggest that you have a plan A, which, maybe that's your tablet, and plan B, maybe that's your friend's laptop, and plan C, maybe that's your parents' computer at their home. But definitely have at least two backup plans. Things happen. This technology. It's good to have backup plans. If this is your first time in an online learning environment, you're going to notice right away that this is not like the usual class where teacher lectures and you take notes and then you go off and do your homework. It's much more active on your part. My role as an instructor is to help you. The software is where you're going to get your daily lessons, and your job is to do all of the computer lessons, all the homework, ask questions on the phone, email, or Skype. Use the free 24/7 online tutoring in Canvas or come to the Math Center. But don't settle for sort of getting it or just getting through the homework. Really strive for learning. You need to be an active learner. That's what makes it seem harder for some students. You have to be engaged with the material the entire time. There is no sitting and passively just listening without trying to work on learning. So you need to be self-disciplined to keep working, even if the material is difficult for you. I'm always available for support and encouragement. And if you have a question, please contact me. Communication is key. Ask me things about the course, ask me things about the math. I am happy to help you. And I hope that thing stops showing up pretty soon. Communication is really a key. I check email daily during the week and occasionally during the weekend. So please contact me. That's the best way, is via email, but I will be available other ways if that works better for you. Is this class a good fit for you? Here are some of the things that make it work best. If you're an independent learner, you're self-motivated, you're good at reading, and good at managing your time, those are some of the skills that really help be successful in this kind of environment. If you really need a teacher in front of you and being able to ask questions in real time, or you have any trouble managing your time, like meeting deadlines, or you procrastinate a lot, this might not be the best class for you. So I just want to help you make a good decision. So I do expect you to log into my math lab at least twice a week for discussions. So you'll see there's a discussion board post due every Thursday, and then every Monday night you'll have to respond to at least 2 other students and get a conversation going. So in my math lab, you will successfully complete each online homework assignment, or you won't be able to move on. And there are online quizzes, and there's a schedule in my math lab. I really do expect you to work with the My Math Lab course material online for a minimum of 24 to 30 hours per week. And a lot of students think, oh, it's not going to take me that long. It takes a lot of hours just to work through the material. So please allow yourself plenty of time to do your best work. The thing that doesn't seem to work very well is to work up against the deadlines, to start at 11 p.m. when an assignment is due at 11:59. Most people don't do their best work under time pressure. So if you don't make progress in my math lab for 4 days and you don't contact me, I may drop you for non-attendance. It's actually my responsibility to drop students who are not attending. So if you're not going to be able to work in my math lab for several days, please send me an email and let me know so that I don't drop you when you didn't want to be. All the homework will be done online. I have the course set up so that you have to complete at least 70% of the homework points for each section in order to move on to the next section. Different instructors set my math lab up different ways. So even if you have worked in my math lab before, you're going to need to look at how it's set up because each instructor sets it up differently. So there are due dates for the homework assignments, but I leave them open and you can always work on a homework assignment, even if it's after the due date, and still get 75% credit for the work you do after the due date. So the due dates are really just to help you stay on track so that you can finish all the material in the 8 weeks that we have. This isn't the case for quizzes though. You can't work on quizzes after the due date. So it's really hard to get this across at first, but homework due dates are suggestions for staying on track. You can continue to work on them after the due date and still get 75% credit, but quizzes turn off after the deadline and you can't work on them anymore. So the homework due dates are recommendations, and I will be sending you a course calendar that suggests which sections to work on which days. There's a handful of what I call show work homework assignments that will be submitted to Canvas. They require you to do handwritten work and then upload it so that I can give you feedback. These are mostly graphing problems, and the graphs need to be done on graph paper, and a straight edge needs to be used for graphing lines. You won't get full credit if you don't follow these instructions. So there's free graph paper available at this link. It's on the Sierra College Math Department homepage. So you can print out a few sheets of graph paper if that's all you need. You might want to buy a pad of inexpensive graph paper because there are quite a few graphing assignments. So you will upload this work into Canvas. Once you're enrolled in the course, you're in the Canvas course. And most students find it pretty easy to upload photos from their phone into Canvas. If you have questions or have any problems doing this, I'll help you then, but most students find that it's pretty straightforward. You might want to get the Canvas app for your phone if you don't have it already. You can also scan your work and submit it in Canvas. If you don't have any way to upload to Canvas, you can snail mail your work to me, but I need to receive it before the due date in order for you to get full credit. So after every homework assignment, there's something I call a mini quiz, and it's worth a very small amount. Its purpose is for you to check yourself and see if you have indeed mastered the material for that section and not just gotten through the homework. So it's a chance to quiz yourself, basically. You can take the mini quiz as many times as you like, and only the best score will get recorded in the grade book. So if you go to button number 5, and I will walk you through my math lab in a separate video. If you go to button number 5, it's called Grade Details and Quiz Review. And if you go here, you can click on any quiz you've already taken and review it so that you can correct any errors you've made and take the quiz again. And why not go for 100% on all of the quizzes? You have as many tries as you like. The only thing you have to commit is time. So all of the help features of my math lab are available when you're reviewing a quiz, and I'll be talking more about those help features in the instructions for the course. So the mini quizzes are due on the same day the homework is due. They're due by 11:59 and they turn off at 11:59 whether or not you've finished with it. So please plan ahead so that you have plenty of time to complete them. There are practice mini quizzes available. They're way down at the end of the assignment list. You'll have to scroll down or maybe page to see them. And you can use these after the mini quizzes turn off if you want to just review and practice. They don't count towards your grade. So there's mini quizzes and then there's numbered quizzes. So the numbered quizzes are going to be twice weekly, and they're taken online, and every Monday and every Friday a numbered quiz will be due. So they're numbered, quiz number 1, quiz number 2, and so on. The mini quizzes have the number of the section on them, like mini quiz 2.1, mini quiz 3.2. So you can take each quiz as many times as you like. Only the best score is recorded in the grade book, and when you finish the quiz, you can click on button number 5 and review your quiz so you understand any errors you have made. And this is a good chance to ask for help. There's an Ask My Instructor button. You can send me a question and ask me what it is that is wrong about your answer. So please take advantage of all those help features. The quizzes have strict due dates. They're deadlines. The quizzes have to be finished by 11:59 p.m. the day they're due. They'll stop working at 11:59 even if you're not finished. So if you want to take advantage of having multiple quiz attempts, then you really need to give yourself plenty of time. And so I would suggest taking the quiz for the first time at least 1 or 2 days before the due date, so you have time to review before taking it again. Each of these numbered quizzes is worth about 5 times as much as a homework assignment, so allow yourself plenty of time to get your best score. These are going to make a big difference in your grade, whereas each homework assignment makes only a small difference. So you can use your text, notes, or online resources, but not other people like tutors or friends or instructors to assist you on these quizzes. So I'm going to stop this movie now and make another one for the